Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Today's video is all about the reason for the season. I'll have more on that in just a bit. DIY number 1. I got this wood ornament from Hobby Lobby. I got it for 50% off. And then I got this wall art from Walmart for $3. So I'm just going to take the hanger and the price tag off of this ornament. And then I am going to take this wall art and I'm going to kind of dry fit everything before I go any further. Once I figure out the layout, I'm going to take some painter's tape and I'm going to make a line. Well, first I'm going to rip a bunch off, but anyhow, then I get my act together and I'm going to just rip off a piece large enough to go across the entire ornament. And as soon as I decide how far up I want the tape, I'm just going to lay that right down. And then I'm just measuring from the tip of the bottom of the ornament up to the bottom of the tape. And I did pretty good laying it down. So I was pretty happy with just eyeing it like that. And then I am going to take I push it down really, really good because you don't want any bleed through. So I'm taking the walnut wood tint and then the white Adirondack chalk paint. Once that's all dry, I am going back over the white with the wood tint, and it's gonna give it almost like a wood grain kind of finish. You'll see in just a minute. It actually came out really, really cool. Once that's done, I just peel the tape right off. Look at how cool that looks. I think it came out so awesome. So now I am going to start laying out this wall decal. So I'm going to start with the Holy Night, and I'm just placing that at the bottom under, like where just the wood tint is. And I think everything else, with the exception of one other small piece, is going to be up at the top with the faux wood grain, if you will. So I'm just going to lay everything down where I think it looks best. So at first I put this Silent Night at the very top, um, but I do end up changing that a little later on, and you'll see that. Now I wanted the side posts to line up with the white line. So I'm just taking my square ruler and I'm just going to trim off the excess from the bottom, and then I'll just peel those right up and nobody would know that it used to be longer. And then once that's done, I am going to take the first family and place them right inside. And then I'm just going to add bits and pieces, the wise man, shepherd. I use a couple animals, I think, or at least one of the animals, and the star. So I will just let you watch as I finish up with the wall art. And now here's where I decide to move the Silent Night because I want the star to be right over the manger. And now that everything's down, I am going to take another piece of tape and tape off the top part of the ornament. And I'm going to use my brushed metal in silver to paint the top. And I give that 3 coats. I brush on 2 coats and then I take one of those oral swab sponge things that I use, and I just dabbed it on and it covered up beautifully. And now I'm just putting the hanger back on. And then what am I going to do? Oh my good gracious. Mod Podge. I just sealed everything with Mod Podge because as you can see, you can tell it's just stickers, right? So I wanted to try to camouflage that as best I could, and using the Mod Podge, it made it a little better. But it for certain is not going to peel up. So that's what's most important, I guess. Once that's done, I'm taking this beautiful ribbon I got from Michael's a couple years ago for like 90% off. And I am going to make a couple of loops, and I just hot glue it right to itself. Make a couple loops and we'll make my bow in this manner. I was going to use tails, but it covered up my silent night, and we can't have that now, can we? So yeah, I'm going to make this loop just a tad smaller than the first one, and then I am going to layer it, and I will kind of pinch it in the center and take some twine and wrap it around and tie it up into a beautiful little bow. And then after I cover up the twine, I am just going to hot glue it right to the top of the ornament. Now, I was going to put some greenery, but I think it's perfect just as it is. I love this piece so much. Let me know what you guys think. DIY number 2. So I have this beautiful rice paper I got from my Victorian Heart. Her website is always linked down below. She has gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. And I have these 5-gallon stir sticks. I used 3 packages of 3. And now I'm just going to tape them all together so I can bring them out to the miter saw and just cut off the little handle part. I don't need nor do I want that part in this picture. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to draw a line across where I want it to cut, and then I shall be right back. And now that that's done, I am just going to take the stir sticks apart and start gluing them together. So I'm going to take some wood glue and 2 of the stir sticks, and I am going to glue those together. And then I'm going to take a piece of tape and tape them together so that it seals. I've done this many times, and I've tried using clamps, and they always end up folding up on me, like the sticks fold up. So anyway, I found this was the best way to do it. So I'm just going to take some tape, wrap it around the 2 sticks, and just let it sit for a while. Now, while that glue is drying, I'm going to take this rice paper out and I am going to start tearing around the picture. I don't like the harsh lines, so I'm just I'm just tearing it, and I'm going to go all the way around the picture. Now that that's done, I take the tape off of the 2 sets of 2 stir sticks, and I'm going to glue those together. It's kind of a little bit of a process, but I do get it done, and I end up gluing all of these sticks together. That's going to be the backing for my picture. Now, while this big piece is drying, I am taking my terracotta paint in Desert Dune, Cavern Moss, and Shale Green, and I mix them all together to get this beautiful green color. And then I am going to take all the tape off, and I'm going to paint this wood piece with, now I just do the top, like the front of this sign. I'm not going to do the back or the sides, and you'll see why later. But I will cover this entire front piece with this green that I've made. And then once that's dry, I am going to take my Mod Podge and I am going to just glue this beautiful paper down to the sign. Now I have these the square dowels, and I got them off of Amazon, but they are a Woodpeckers Crafts product. So if you go to Woodpeckers Crafts, you can buy them there, and they're also available on Amazon. They'll be in my storefront, and my Woodpeckers Crafts affiliate link is in my description box as well. So I am taking my folk art Adirondack white, and I am going to paint 3 sides of these dowels. Once they're painted, I measure them out or I measure the long sides, and I am taking some hot glue and I'm just putting a bead all the way down, and I'm going to glue it to the side of this picture. I'm going to repeat the process on the other side, and then I am going to take the other dowel, one of the other dowels, and I am going to measure out the top and bottom part of the picture. And then I will just repeat the process with the glue. Once that's done, I'm going to take my Mod Podge and just go over the top of the entire piece. And that is just to seal it and protect it. Now I have more of this gorgeous ribbon from Michaels, and then these leaves, they're gold leaves from Dollar Tree. And I started out, I was going to do the awareness ribbon, but the tails again were in the way. So I am just doing loops. Now, there's two different types of ribbon here. There's this buffalo check, and then this one has like dots on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 loops with each of the ribbons, and then I'm going to layer them and alternate the layering. So, you know, the buffalo check, the dots, the buffalo check, the dots. And then I'm just going to layer it, pinch it in the center, tie the twine around the middle, and then, of course, cover the twine. And then I will glue it to the top of the picture once I get everything else done. You'll see. Now I'm going to put the bow aside and take this gold leaf from Dollar Tree. And I cut the 2 pieces off the long stem, and then I'm just bending it over a little bit so that they hang like so. And then I'm just going to tack the bottom leaf into place and add a little bit of glue under the stem to hold that into place. And I'm doing that on both sides. Once those are tacked down, now I am going to glue the bow right on the top. And that's it for this one. How stunning did this come out? I am so in love with this piece as well. Let me know what you guys think. So this video is part of the Oh Come Let Us Adore Him, Christ the Lord playlist, which is hosted by my sweet, sweet friend Favi over at Arrows DIY. She does this every year and it's always amazing. I will have her channel as well as the playlist in my description box down below. When you're done with my video, go check out the playlist. You're going to love this one. Okay, let's get back to the DIYs. DIY number 3. I have this chunky nativity scene I got from Hobby Lobby. I believe it was $5. was 50% off. So I've used one before and I love it. So I'm taking my rich black chalk paint from Folk Art and I paint the entire thing. Now I have this canvas. It's a 12 by 24, I believe. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance. It was like $5. So I'm just going to take my nativity scene and I am going to glue everything down onto this burlap canvas. So I start laying everything out, and it doesn't look like I'm going to have enough room, but I do get a little creative. So anyway, I glue down the baby Jesus, and then I add Mary and Joseph to the side of the stable. And so they're a little 3D, if you will. So yeah, I am going to do that with Mary and Joseph, and then I will glue everything else into place. Now I want to put the little sheep, so I have to glue him to the shepherd, which is fine. I believe I did this before in the other picture that I made with this chunky nativity. So it all works out. And I think it came out absolutely beautiful. So I used my Cricut and I cut out, for unto us, a child is born. And I am now taking some of the white Adirondack and I am just going to go around all of the pieces and just do a very, very light highlighting, if you will, around all of the pieces. And that is it for this piece. I love this. I think I love all of these pieces, but honestly, this is just gorgeous. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of this one. DIY number 4. Now don't blink with this one, okay? I got these flameless candles from Amazon as well as these decals. All I'm going to do is I am going to add the decals to these candles and then I just add the batteries and that's it. Like literally that's it. So I'm just going to let you watch. How beautiful are these? Such a simple, easy project. They even have these flameless candles at Dollar Tree if you don't want to buy an entire pack. But I think they came out so beautiful. Let me know what you guys think. I want to thank Favi for putting this beautiful playlist together again this year. And I so look forward to seeing what all of the other amazingly talented creators made. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up. It really helps me out with YouTube. It lets them know that you appreciate my content and they'll push it out for others to enjoy as well. If you're new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you all next time.